Buzz, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a group that has been climbing the ranks steadily, confidently, and honestly, with a momentum that feels almost unstoppable. Boynextdoor has just proven once again that they aren't just rising stars in Korea, but a powerful presence in Japan as well. And the news we're discussing today really highlights that. So here's the headline. The 67th Japan Record Awards announced their winners on the 21st, and Boynextdoor won Rookie of the Year. Yes, Rookie of the Year at one of Japan's most historic music award ceremonies. This is not just any award. This is a recognition coming from the Japan Composers Association, and the ceremony itself has been running since 1959. So when a rookie K-pop group receives an honor like this, it means something. It means more than numbers, more than charts, more than sales. It means that industry veterans, people who shape the direction of music in Japan, are acknowledging Boynextdoor as a group with artistic value, growth potential, and influence. And honestly, I love this for them. Boynextdoor has always felt like that group who came in with their own identity, their own sound, their own storytelling. From the moment they debuted under Cause Entertainment, you could feel that Zico's influence was there. But they weren't just mini versions of him. They had their own color, their own energy, their own direction. And seeing that recognized internationally just feels satisfying as a viewer and a fan of K-pop's newer generation. But let's break down the news a little more. This is the 67th year of the Japan Record Awards. That kind of longevity tells you how respected and established this ceremony is. It isn't just about which artists have the biggest fandom or the loudest online presence. The awards tend to weigh artistic achievement, cultural impact, and consistency. So for Boynextdoor to take home Rookie of the Year, it means the committee sees them as a group worth investing attention in for the future. They're not just a passing trend. They're being acknowledged as legitimate contributors to the Japanese music scene. In their acceptance speech, Boynextdoor said, "We are honored to receive this valuable award. We will continue to show you our continued growth." And you know what? That's something I actually believe. Some groups say it because it's the polite thing to say during award speeches, but Boynextdoor has shown growth at every stage of their career. From their first releases to their recent Japanese promotions, they've steadily built a reputation for consistency and charm. Let's talk about their Japanese single, BOYLIFE. Released in August, the album sold around 346,000 copies in its first week. For a rookie group in Japan, that is a huge number. Japan is a market that respects longevity and sustainable popularity. And yet, Boynextdoor came in and grabbed impressive sales right away. BOYLIFE also achieved double crowns on the weekly charts for the week of August 18 to 24. That kind of early success indicates not only fan enthusiasm, but also appeal to casual listeners. People outside the fandom are paying attention. In September, BOYLIFE even received a gold disc platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of Japan. That is not easy to earn, especially this early in a career. It shows that the group is not a temporary wave. They are entering the Japanese market with impact and stability. And here's something I want to add as my personal observation. Boynextdoor has something that many rookie groups struggle to find early on: relatability. Their music often circles around youthful themes, emotions, and situations. It isn't overly complicated. It isn't trying too hard. It feels authentic. And I think Japanese listeners in particular connect with that. There's a reason why groups that express honest emotions tend to do well in Japan. Boynextdoor fits that mold while still keeping a distinctly Korean pop identity. But their international success doesn't stop there. Their domestic albums are also performing really well in Korea. Their fourth mini-album, No Genre, and their fifth mini-album, The Action, both received gold certifications. That means they aren't just focusing on one market. They're growing steadily everywhere. And I actually think this is one of the best strategies for a rising group. Instead of blowing up fast and burning out just as quickly, Boynextdoor is growing step by step, with each release building on the previous one. I want to ask you all something. Have you listened to Boynextdoor recently? Do you think their musical style is changing or evolving? Because for me, I feel like every release becomes more polished, more confident, and more expressive. Their early songs had this playful, youthful tone, but their newer releases show more depth and musical maturity. I'm curious whether you feel the same, so share your thoughts below. Now let's talk about their upcoming schedule. Boynextdoor is set to perform at Countdown Japan 25-26, one of Japan's biggest year-end music festivals. They'll be performing on the first day, which is between the 27th and 31st of next month. And honestly, being invited to perform at this event in itself is another achievement. Countdown Japan features artists who have made a real impact throughout the year. And it's a place where musicians come together to close the year with energy, excitement, and gratitude. So Boynextdoor getting a stage there means the organizers see them as one of the artists who created significant buzz and growth this year. That's another layer of validation on top of their Rookie of the Year award. I can imagine how big the audience will be, how crazy the live energy will feel, and how much the group will enjoy performing in such a major event. It's a chance for them to show Japan what they're capable of beyond studio recordings. Live stages can convert casual listeners into fans instantly, and I wouldn't be surprised if their popularity climbs even higher after this performance. Now, let me share something personal, and I really want to know if anyone else feels this way. There's something about Boynextdoor's energy that reminds me of earlier generations of K-pop boy groups. Not in the sense of their music style, but in the sense of their sincerity. Their performances feel honest, their interviews feel genuine, their growth feels earned rather than engineered. And because of that, their success feels emotionally satisfying to follow. And maybe that's why Japanese audiences are embracing them so quickly. Japanese fans value artists who show growth through effort and authenticity. They appreciate musicians who express their emotions without pretension. Boynextdoor feels like that type of group. They have talent, but they also have a down-to-earth charm that pulls people in. Now here's a question for you. Do you think Boynextdoor is on track to become one of the next big global groups? Or do you think their current growth is more niche and regional? I personally think they have what it takes to break bigger internationally. Their sound is memorable, their choreography is engaging, and their storytelling feels youthful but emotional enough to appeal to broader audiences. But I want to hear your perspective too. Let's also talk about the Rookie of the Year award itself. Some people might ask, why is this such a big deal? Why does it matter so much? Well, because the Japan Record Awards is not a popularity contest. It is a music industry award. Artists are chosen based on the quality of their work, their potential, and their contributions to the music scene. Winning Rookie of the Year sets a precedent. It tells the industry, the media, and the public that Boynextdoor is not just another boy group. They are a group to watch, a group with potential for longevity, a group with artistic value. This recognition also opens doors. It can lead to bigger festival invitations, more media coverage, potential endorsements, and even collaborations with Japanese artists. Japan is a market built on relationships and respect. Once you are acknowledged by their industry, opportunities tend to expand. But here's what I appreciate most. Boynextdoor didn't win this because of hype alone. They won because they showed consistent quality. Their releases, their performances, their promotions, everything showed growth, and the committee recognized that. That means the group's efforts are being seen, and that's the kind of motivation that can push artists even further. Now I want to shift the conversation a little. Something interesting is happening in K-pop right now. Fourth and fifth generation groups are gaining influence not only in Korea, but globally. Groups like Boynextdoor are redefining what a rookie group can accomplish. They're proving that even without the biggest company backing them, even without the loudest fandom war, talent and consistency can bring you real success. And I think that's something refreshing for the K-pop landscape. Here's another question for you. What do you think is Boynextdoor's strongest quality? Is it their vocals, their musical style, their relatability, their performance energy, or something else? For me, I think their strongest point is their ability to tell stories that feel simple but meaningful. They don't complicate things unnecessarily. Their music feels like conversations, like snapshots of life. And I think that's why people connect with them. And of course, we can't forget their growth in Korea. Their albums, No Genre and The Action, both earned gold certifications. When a group is able to grow domestically while also expanding internationally, that means their foundation is strong. They aren't putting all their energy into one market. They're building a global identity piece by piece. And honestly, that's how long-term careers are built. I want to end this with a thought that I hope sparks discussion. Sometimes in K-pop, too much pressure is placed on immediate success. Fans often expect rookies to break records instantly. But Boynextdoor shows us a different, healthier path. A path built on steady, consistent growth. A path that proves success doesn't have to be explosive to be meaningful. And because of that, I truly believe they're setting the tone for what the next generation of K-pop rookies might strive for. So what do you think? Are Boynextdoor the next rising powerhouse? Do you see long-term potential in their artistry? And what was your reaction to them winning Rookie of the Year at the Japan Record Awards? Share your thoughts in the comments, because I really want to hear how the community views their growth. Thank you for watching on Young Buzz.